Hi and welcome. This dialogue is for you to try out for setting up a study date with somebody to practice Tibetan. So let's just have a look here. Rang la tuzu. Tuzu time. Rang la tuzu. Dong. Whoops. Dong ba. Dong ba is free, available, empty. Ye tu. Ka re che ki ye. Kerala tuzu tongba yudu karichegiyu. So when you have free time, or when you have time available, so the when is this tu. This tu is, here is tuzu is being used as time, tongba available, ye is like when, ye tu is like when you have, or when it exists. I've been thinking about this for the past few days, and I was looking at the Franziska Oertle book, which is sort of helpful in talking about la always marking the possessor. It doesn't necessarily mark the subject. Anyway, you can think about that. So the way you can think about it is you in possession of, right? In the sense of being in possession of, and then exist. So it's a little bit different from the English construction, but that's what I'm finding helpful in terms of thinking about it. So this exist. So keranla, in your possession, tuzu tongba, free time, ye tu, when it exists, kare, what, chegiye, doing. What are you doing? What are you doing when you have free time? That's sort of the most direct way to translate it. So what do you do when you have free time? You can also say it that way in English. And then the answer maybe is nga la tu ze ye. Or you could say tu ze tongba or tu ze, just tu ze in general, or tu ze tongba. It's up to you. We'll do both here. Tongba nga tu ze tongba ye tu. So when I have free time, nga tu ze tongba ye tu. Teb. Whoops. Lo ki ye. Teb, books. Lo logiye, reading. So when I have free time, I am reading books, or I read books. Ngala tuzu tongba ye tu, teb logiye. That's the first pair. Kerana tuzu tongba ye tu, kare chegiye. Ngala tuzu tongba ye tu, teb logiye. Tene. Next. Oops. Keran teb la. You could say teb lo la or teb la. Ga bo te da ye be. So keran tebla gabo dendra yebe. Dendra is literally like this or like that. Like that, meaning in that way. But in this context, it's being more like that much or so much. So keran tebla. So in your possession, or sorry, you books in Gabo, liking. Tendra, so much or like that. Yube, so do you like books so much? Or do you like books that much? Keran tebla gabu tendra yube. Do you like books that much, or are you liking books that much? The answer could be la so or laon. Laon. More polite way maybe to say it. Nga chung chung yin tu ne. Nga chung chung yin tu ne. So I, small being, when, from. So since I was small, or from the time that I was small, from the time when I was small. Teb lo la ga bo she ra ye. Deb lola gabo shidayu. So I had a liking for reading books. Ever since I was small, I have liked reading books, or I have a liking for reading books. Teb lola, books, reading for or in. Gabo, liking. Shida, very. Ye, exists. So keran tebla gabo tendra yube las laon. Nga chung chung yindu ne teb lola gabo shedayu. Next, now we're going to try to set up a study date. So, sa is day. Oops. Oops. Oh, wrong place. Pa sang. Sa pasang. Pasang is Friday or Venus, like Venerdi, Vendredi. Venus Day. Pasang Day is the same in Tibetan. Sa pasang la, so on Friday. Sa pasang la on Friday. Tu te ton ba, free time. Ye be. Oops, ye be. Ye be. Tu te tong ba ye be. Do you have free time? If you want to be extra polite, you can add la. La. La is thrown in many times as just sort of an extra polite interjection. Sa pasang la tu te tong ba ye be la. And the answer can be also polite. La ye. Yes, free time does exist for me. So yes, I do have free time. So sapasang la on Friday. Tu tong ba ye be la. Do you have free time? La ye, I do have free time. Sapasang la tu tong ba ye be la. La ye. Okay, so just some continuation here. I'll just move things down a little bit. Okay, so next. Che na. Che na is like if that is the case. Na is if. So che na, if that is the case. Chi je na, this is another way of saying it. Maybe. Chigjena, chigjena, chena, if that is the case. Chigjena, maybe. Two options, or maybe it's not ideal to use both together. This is my best guess. I haven't run it by a native speaker, so use it at your own risk. Chena, chigjena, nga, 니, 배, 드, 강, 라, 벤저 강라, ngani 벤저 강라, ngani, the two of us, ngani, I two, meaning the two of us, 벤저 강라, to the library. 배, pe is short for pecha, so like the long Tibetan books that are wrapped up. Pen zu is like treasure, kang house. So the book treasure house is the library, which I think is a very nice poetic image. Pen zu kangla. Dro to. Dro is like, as you've seen before, to go. And then to is kind of like a full stop, let's do it syllable. Dro to, let's go to the library. If that's the case, maybe let's go to the library together, or the two of us. Let's the two of us go to the library. Nyamtu is together. I guess in that case, I would probably say something like Nganzon Nyamtu Pensokanla Do Do, something like that. Okay, so the response maybe O dak dak re. That's exactly. Oh, exactly. That's the way you would directly translate it. In English, you would probably say, "Oh, perfect." Oh, perfect. So, oh, perfect. Oh, exactly. Oh, 닥다리. 나, 니, 브, 익, 당, 브, 게, 게, 장, 야, 라, 토기인. 아니, 벼익 당 벼게 장야라 투기인. So, ngani, the two of us, 벼익, written Tibetan, Tibetan writing, tang and pöge, Tibetan spoken language. Ge is like speaking or speech, speaking language, spoken language. Jang practice. Yagla, so for the purpose of, for the purpose of. Jangyala. Tubgiyin, we will be able. Will be able. So the two of us will be able to practice Tibetan writing and speaking. So let's just read through the whole thing. Jena, Chigjena, Ngani, Penza Kanla Droto. Oh, Taktare. Ngani, Pöyik Dang Pöge Jangyala Tubgiyin. Next. 대, 사, 바, 상, 라, 추, 즈, 주, 바, 라, 젤, 용. 대, 사, 바, 상, 라, 추, 즈, 주, 바, 라, 젤, 용. Here on Friday, o'clock 10 or 10th hour, at the 10th hour, 주제 주발라, at 10 o'clock, 제용, we will meet. 용 literally usually means come, but in this context it's used more as like will, we will meet. We will meet. 대사파상라 주제 주발라 제용. We'll meet here on Friday at 10 o'clock. And then the answer, okay, 사, 바, 상, 라, 젤, 용. 사, 바, 상, 라, 제, 용. See you on Friday. See you on Friday. Friday. I will see you on Friday. Maybe is literally what you might have to translate it as. As I mentioned in some earlier videos, I and pronouns are generally avoided if possible, and just not really a habit. So, ça passant la Jeon. See you Friday. Des ça passant la chuzi chupala Jeon. Ça passant la Jeon. Thanks, and have a look through again and listen if you need to.